Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the start of a small series that I'm gonna do about arranging songs on a guitar. I've done quite a few videos in the past where I played some popular songs just on my guitar, and had quite a few requests of people asking me how to go about it and how to sort of arrange the songs so that you can play them on your own and having the melody and the chords going on at more or less the same time. I've had lots of requests for scores or tabs, which I don't do, and there's a good reason for that. I want to memorize the songs. I don't want to read a sheet of paper and then just play that, because that sort of distracts me too much from the music. I learn the songs, I learn the chords, I sort of know the melody, or I learn the melody. It doesn't have to be exactly what the singer does on the record, because it doesn't have to be one-on-one perfect. You sort of have to touch on the melody, on the original melody, for the listener to be able to recognize the song and to get into the vibe. And technically speaking, sometimes on the guitar you have to do something slightly different, because your fingers can only do what they can do, and sometimes it sounds nice if you just change it a little bit to have it more fit to a guitar. I think your ears should be the judge, and your ears will always give you a better option than your brain will. So that's why I don't write anything down, I just try to memorize it, which helps me also when I do gigs and I want to do a couple of songs that are just guitar. If I have my repertoire without having the need of a sheet of paper in front of me, I can do that, which I prefer massively, and I absolutely encourage you to do that as well, to learn as much as you can by heart, to play from memory and not from a piece of paper, because then you can add more music. This one was requested by Carmico, so Carmico, this one is for you. I will explain how I played I'm Not in Love. That was originally recorded by 10cc. There's a video on my YouTube channel where I play the song, and for this video I will just quickly explain each part of the song, the intro, the verse, the chorus and the middle part, and how I played it. So I write down the chords for the song, I learn the melody, and then in the chords I try to find the melody and try to find voicings of each chord, so that I can play the melody in that voicing or just around that voicing. So with moving maybe a couple of fingers left and right, that I can pick up the melody from within the voicing that I found. The intro is A and B, so technically speaking an A chord and a B chord. But then for the A we put the B in the bass. So you get this voicing. I hope you sort of know a bit about chord voicings. That would be a different video altogether. So this is A, and I put B in the bass, so you get this, and then I slide to the B chord. And if you play a B here, you can use the open strings, the open E and the open B. They give you some extra flavor. The B is just the root, and the E would be the 11th. And then before we go into the verse, there's sort of transition chord, which is actually G sharp minus 7 to go to the verse, which is an A. So you can sort of hear that. But since we are here with our B, we play the G sharp minus 7 with the third in the bass, the third being B again, so that makes it easy. Root, 5th, 7th. So it's this voicing, B, G sharp, D sharp, and then F sharp on top. And the third is in the bass. That's your G minus 7, and then we go to the verse, which is A. The verse is A, and then it goes to A minor. So let's do these two chords first. For the A, I played it here, and and then we have to start incorporating the melody of the voice. You can use a bar chord, because the melody is just C sharp, E, C sharp, E, C sharp again. You could lift your first finger and have open strings, and then you have that B, which gives you the ninth on the A chord, which you can sort of slightly touch every now and again to sparkle some of that ninth on top of the chord. Can you hear that? Or you could just leave it out and just bar the chord fully and then just do the... And then it goes to A minor. You could just lift your middle finger and have an A minor. But I like to hear the C in the bass. So then I use this voicing, which is an A minor. Put the C in the bass. Which is easy. So it's C, E, F sharp, E, C. And the next chord is G sharp minor 7. Then G sharp major 7. As a dominant going to the C sharp minor. So you got not in love, so don't forget it. And then G sharp, it's just the to major. I'm going through, and a C minor. Trying to get that melody in the voicings. Little bass run. There it is. So G sharp to B, G sharp to C, so the minor goes to the major. Get it? And then we go to C sharp minor, and then we need this 11th. So we got just C sharp minor 7, and I use my pinky to play that 11th. Sorry. And then there's a little melody in the piano, I think. And then you can use your top string and the 11th again. So you keep your C minor 7, C sharp minor 7. Keep your 11th. It's not difficult, it's just a bit tricky with your fingers and to get the timing right. To the second verse there's a bit of a transition. It's because... So I shift the A, keep these two open strings, go to B. Use the same two open strings. So on the A that is the 9th and the 5th. On the B, those notes become the root and the 11th. So what is happening there? It's E, and then A with E in the bass, and I play A like a bar chord A, but I leave out the bar. So you got E in the bass, and then you got 3 notes from the A chord, and then again those 2 open strings. Sounds like very piano-esque broad voicing. So, and then I play G, which is the C shape, but I leave out the bar again. So we got just the G the root, the third, the B, and another root, and all the rest are open strings, which gives us another root, and it gives us an E, which is the 13th on the G chord. So again, that's a very wide piano-like voicing. So you got E, A with E in the bass, and that weird G with a lot of open strings, back to that A with E in the bass. So that sounds like you're hitting the piano with all 10 fingers for all these chords. Really nice, I think. And there's a middle part, which is a bit of a spacey thingy, and I just played E. So the E is actually a bar chord, but I just use that bar bit, so I can use my pinky for the upper notes. And then it goes to C sharp minor again, which is the same chord as this one that we used at the end of the verse, but we have to play it here because we need some notes up there. So it starts with the E. So the 9th and 3rd, and then to an A. And I just use the D shape, slide up to the A, and use the open A string. So you got E, A, and then we have some octaves going down. G sharp again, F sharp, E, D sharp. And on the D sharp, which is part of the B chord, I play a B chord, but it's a very unusual B chord because it's root third, but I add the open strings. And then there's a transition chord to go back to the verse, which is C diminished, which is C, A, the 6th, E flat, which is the minor 3rd, and then the flat 5th, F sharp, or B flat, G flat. So this is a transition chord to go from the B back to A. You can sort of hear that motion. That brings us back to A. Now we get to that section where they sing "Ooh, you wait a long time for me now," which is really beautiful part of that song. The chords are really straightforward. A minor, ooh, D7, you wait a long time for G, and then E minor. It repeats, ooh, you wait a long time, and then it goes to D9, and then back to E major. So to arrange it on a guitar, I play A minor, and then straight to the G in the bass, and then you have to be really fast with your fingers to go for this D with F sharp in the bass, and then B, and then you go to that G chord, but you only use the G and the D. Then you can use that open E string, and then it goes to E minor, and you play E in the bass, and I use a bar which is sort of a D or a B minor, just this bar. Second time around. For the D9, this is the 9th. D with E in the bass, and then you slide up to the E to end up with a real E chord, and that repeats itself. And then back to the verse. And that's it. So these are all the parts. If you glue them all together, you get that sort of arrangement that I made for this beautiful, beautiful song. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions or requests, just ask and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.